When you disconnect from the chaos, you will connect to a greater cause. So how did I learn that? Well, you'll be amazed that for the past 10 months, I did a social media detox. So what I did is I decided that I was not going to post anything. I was not going to log into my social media. I was not going to check my notification. I was not going to check my messages for 10 months, 8 months, whatever it was. And today I'm going to share with you that in order for you to connect, you have to disconnect. You know, when I went through this process, at first I was really concerned about I was going to miss something. Was a client going to try to reach out to me and hire me? But the amazing thing is, all of my clients that was working with me, and that even some of the clients that actually booked me, none of them came through social media. They all came through my website and they all came through my email. So what did I learn in this social media detox that I put myself through? Well, today I'm going to share with you 5 quick lessons. And listen, these lessons are not about if you do this, this is what you're going to get. But this is just about my experience, and hopefully for some of you out there, that if you're feeling like you're stuck on social media and you can't turn it off and you can't put it away, there is hope for you. So today I'm going to share with you 5 lessons that I learned from my social media detox. Lesson number 1, I regained a renewed identity. So what does that mean? Well, for me, my renewed identity meant practicing gratitude, appreciating the people that were right before me, just learning how to be thankful for what I do have, thankful for the opportunities that I have. You know, when I did this, the first person that I can think about is Jesus. Now, if you know anything about the story with Jesus, that before he began his public ministry, he went to the wilderness for 40 days. And of course, the Holy Spirit led him there. And in that process, Jesus was challenged by the devil. And when it comes to the end of that process, at the end, Jesus really renewed his identity with his Father. He renewed his identity with his great calling. And more importantly, it put him on a path to do exactly what he was called to do. Listen, no, I'm not Jesus, but I can promise you this. These last 8 to 10 months for me, it's put me on a greater path. There is some more work that I know I have to do, but in order for me to do that work, there are some beliefs that I truly, truly need to have. And I'm telling you, one of those foundational beliefs is my renewed identity in my Father, in my faith, in what I believe. And more importantly, just finding ways to express that. And what I'm doing right now is part of that. So number 1, it renewed my identity. Number 2, it minimized my obligations, but it maximized the opportunities. So what are you talking about? You know, when I do my social media, when I first started, for me, it was all about posting something positive and to encourage people every single day. But don't you know, it got to a place to where it was like I was obligated. It was like a burden that some days I was like, man, I really don't feel like putting anything out there today. But you know what? Since I've been doing this, just keep doing it. You know, it was an obligation. And some of you out there are doing things that really your heart is not truly in it, and you feel obligated to do it. But you know what I decided in this process of this social media detox? I said, that's an obligation. And so what I need to do is minimize these obligations and maximize my opportunities. You know how I began to maximize my opportunities? By doing what I'm doing right now. Rather than posting positive quotes on social media, which again, there's nothing wrong with that, I said I want to create content that is more insightful, that is more impactful for people rather than just them looking at a quote. So this is where I started investing in my YouTube channel. And guess what it does? It forces me to keep working on the gift, skills, and talents that I have, because this is what I do when I'm doing a keynote speech or facilitating or training. So I'm constantly always talking to people. And I said, why don't I invest my time, effort, and energy in doing that versus just putting some thoughts out on social media? So For me, this social media detox helped me to minimize these obligations that I do have, but it also challenged me to maximize the opportunities. And to be honest with you, that's what I want to focus on, the opportunities. And the obligations will be intertwined into my opportunities, but at the end of the day, the most important thing are the opportunities. Number 3, it allowed me to defeat FOMO. Now, you're probably wondering, what is FOMO? FOMO is the fear of missing out. And I promise you, man, this was real for me, because I felt like if I wasn't on social media, if I wasn't checking in every single day, I didn't know what was going on in the world. But you know what I soon realized? That the entire world does not revolve around social media. That my entire life and world does not revolve around social media. And I'm telling you, when you have this mindset of you feeling like you're missing out on something and you have to be present and you have to be there, I promise you, when you get into a place of this detox, all of your fears and worries and concerns about missing out, they will subside. They're going to ease away. I love what 1 John 4:18 says. It says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear tormented. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. And I'm telling you, I was not made perfect in love because I was fearing. Did I miss something? Or is somebody talking about something that I need to be aware of? And when I realized, I say, Sam, you know what? You're not missing out on anything. As a matter of fact, you're finding true life because you're focused on the people who are around you. You're focused on who is present with you. And so for me, again, the fear of missing out, that is a real thing. And guess what? It was a part of my life. But as I continue to keep the main thing in that process of that social media detox, all of those fears just went away. And I promise you, if you focus on that and that's part of your issues as well, it will fade away. Number 4, oh my goodness, this is really good. Because even in my efforts to post content every single day, I would love to go on Facebook and just see, what did I post 5 years ago? And what did I post 7 years ago? And what did I post 10 years ago? But you know what I realized? Number 4, it helped me to live beyond the past. I found myself so stuck in focusing on things that happened in the past, things that I said in the past, things that I did in the past. Now, was this the blame of social media? No. But it was allowing me to get access to focusing on things from the past. And I'm telling you, this detox, it just freed me from the past. You know why? Because we can't control things in the past. And I love what Isaiah 43:18 and 19 says. You may have heard this, but he says, remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I mean, in this social media detox that I was going through, God was doing some new things in me. And those new things inspired me every single day. And I promise you, none of those new things had anything to do with my past or the past or a past. I promise you, when you begin to go through this process, the past won't mean what it means to you right now. And I promise you, the past to me, it doesn't mean what it used to mean to me now. The past just means it's just the past. It's behind me. And I'm focused on my present, and I'm focusing on the future. And I'm telling you, that's what the detox did for me. And last but not least, this is probably the foundation of everything that I've just shared with you. This social media detox has allowed me to be more present in the moment. Did you know that we have gifts, skills, and talents and gifts all around us, and people who are angels and all of these things? They're right there in our present, but we don't see them because we're either worried about the future or we're concerned about the past. But in this detox, oh my goodness, it allowed me to be more present with the people that I was with. I didn't have to constantly be checking my phone for a notification. I didn't have to be constantly trying to see, what did someone say on my quote today? Did someone like it? Did someone love it? Did someone share it? Did someone comment on it? You know what? It just allowed me to be present. And that's what I want to encourage you today. I don't know what you need to disconnect from. I don't know what you need to connect to, but I'm just sharing with you my process. And so listen, I want to challenge you. If social media is something that you feel like you got to have every single day, if you got to go out there and see what everything is, what everybody is talking about and what is the latest news and what are all the trends, if that's you and you're ready for something different, you're ready for a transformation, you're ready for a new mind, you're ready for new insight and new vision. You know, this year, 2023, is almost over. So if you're watching this in another year, we're in 2023. But don't you know the present is the gift? That's why it's called the present. What you have right now is the gift. And the people that are in your life right now are a gift. And the resources that you have access to is a gift. Don't waste your time. Listen, again, I love social media. I mean, I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. You know, I have them all. But now you know what I know about them all? Is they're just tools. And they're tools that I need to use, and I don't need to allow the tools to use me. So that's what I want to encourage you on today. You have some gifts, skills, and talents, but don't allow these platforms to use your gifts, skills, and talents to where God has not called you to use them. Use them to spread the good news. Use them to build people up. Use them to encourage other people. But more importantly, keep them all in perspective. Because I had lost all perspective. And I thank God for giving me the mindset and the desire to do something just a little bit different so that I can be a little bit different. So listen, if you want to disconnect, you have to connect. And if you want to connect, there's something you need to disconnect from. So listen, I hope these thoughts about my social media detox has been beneficial for you. So if there's some things, some ideas that you have about what you need to do or maybe what you are doing, hey, comment in the link and feel free to share your thoughts and ideas. And I'd love to learn from you as well. So listen, you are a great blessing to someone. So make sure that you disconnect so that you can stay connected. God bless.